What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the A Show with the Kings of Pro Wrestling Podcasts. I am Justin, here with Meelz. What's good, Meelz?
It is here. We are here, October 7th or whatever date it is when you listen to this. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. How have you been?
I've been good. I know we're gonna get into it, but uh
Okay.
long weekend for your boy.
I was, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You know
Long
what I'm
weekend
saying?
for your boy. Let me just tell you right now, there's no way I was doing that 5K this weekend.
Oh, come on.
There was no
All
way.
right.
I basically did one Saturday night.
That's not what this is about though. It's not the basically I did a 5K run.
Well, hold on.
Well,
Just let's relax, okay? I'm going to
okay,
do it. I'm just probably not gonna do it in time for this thing. I'm doing it this month though. I'm just not gonna do it in time for this.
this month.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Like October? With all the scary shit you gotta watch?
I mean, 5K is like an hour. I can do that anytime. I can do it in the morning. I just couldn't do it. Like, there's no way I was gonna be able to do that shit. Like, the most I would have been able to do it is Saturday, but
Mhm.
I hadn't been able to run all week or like really train all week. So I was like, I can't do it Saturday. And plus, I had a concert that I went to, and then like my wife was like, you could do the 5K and then take a nap and then go to the concert. Hell no, I wasn't gonna be able to do that because the way I felt after that concert, I probably wouldn't have done the show today
Mm.
if I had done both.
All right, let's talk about this concert then. I'll talk about my 4K plus one run afterwards, but let's talk about this concert. Who do you go see? What do you go see? What are we talking about?
So Turnstile on Saturday. Uh, it was a really great show. However, it was a show that was outside, and obviously there was dust and dirt
The
everywhere.
elements, yes, the
Yeah,
elements.
the elements were fully out there, and yeah. So I got home and I was like, "Hey, I'm having trouble breathing. Is that normal?" I was like, "No, that's not normal." So, like,
No.
I was like, "What the hell?" So, like, I blew my nose that night because I hit, like, the saline spray. I have saline spray. So, I hit the saline spray and I blew my nose, and it was just nothing but dirt in my nose, like, the whole day. It took me, like, a full 24 hours to get all that dirt out of my orifices.
And this is Turnstile? What was the venue? Hold on
It
now.
was Exposition Park. It was outside. It's, like, right by the National History Museum in LA. They have a little concert venue, a couple of them actually around it, on USC campus. And it was out there. It was a nice venue. One of the best bathroom setups I've ever seen at a concert. They had the porta potties on porta potties. Like, I never waited to go to the bathroom. I'll say that much. Like, it was actually really great. They had like hand sanitizers in there. Everyone was so nice. Like, people expect like, and again, this is my first hardcore show, like, black dude at a hardcore show. But like everyone was just so polite and nice and accommodating, and they were just like, "Hey, somebody was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna walk behind you real quick. Sorry, man." I'm just like, you know what, man?
Well,
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
it's Turnstile. You're not the NBA YoungBoy concert, man. They probably peeing in the line.
Well, I mean, horrorcore has a stigma, right? It has like
Yeah.
a stigma to people who don't know what it is. Like, just shows like that in general. Like, yeah, like, people are swinging bows, throwing bows, and all that shit. But like, there's like a level of like, respect that goes on at these shows or whatever for like people and everybody that's there. I've been to plenty of rap shows where it's just not like that at all. Like, I've been to plenty of rap shows where people just don't give a fuck, but also people are kind of there to be seen, but,
Yeah.
like, I feel like everybody was there to, like, really just have a really good time, and, that's what I appreciated about it the most. Um, yeah, I had a blast, like, the openers were great, so much, like, love for Palestine and for immigrants, people of color there, like, it felt very inclusive and very, like, you know, my type of shit. You know what I'm saying? There was no confusing what that show was about, and I mean, it further solidified this album as my album of the year. I don't think it's gonna change. It's not shaking.
I mean, I don't know any more albums that's gonna come out after this Taylor Swift thing that happened. Like, legitimately, no one else has given a date. I don't know if Drake has a new date. Um, I don't know. I'm assuming his comes before the end of the year, probably in November. I'm assuming once this Taylor Swift shit cools down. But which who knows when it might ever cool down. But Yeah, I don't know when, new album's gonna come out, but I'm glad you had this great experience because
Great, I was with my boys, man. I was with Pafif,
the
Eric,
fellas
and Eric's crazy ass wanted to go in the middle because like there was different sections. Like
sure.
there was the up front, there was the fans, like a lot of the women and stuff were up in the front, like who just got there early. And the
Come on,
middle was
man. That's not
middle
the
was
NBA Youngboy concert is YNs in the front only. You know what
nah
I'm saying?
nah
Elbows
YN
ain't gonna get
section
there.
YN section at this show was the pit. And it was I think I wanna say it was the biggest hardcore show, like, for, like, I guess, like, a singular band. It was, like, 14,000 people. I don't think they played like, headlining, I don't think they played that many, to that many people, so it was, like, the biggest concert they had done, so 14,000 people came out, and it was, like when you see the videos of it, it's like a sea of people. It looks crazy, and it's just for them.
Do you
Um,
take videos? Are you a video I'm recording a video of me being at a concert, enjoying
no,
the concert?
I took
No?
I took whatever videos I posted on Instagram that night came from my camera roll, and those are the only videos I took. I took very
Wow.
few pictures other than, like, pictures I took before and after the show. I don't do that a lot. Like, I actually enjoy my concerts, and you know what's funny? A lot of people there did the same. At least what I was around, 'cause I was in the back row section, and the back row section was like, "We're 30." And it was like, "We're gonna do our thing. We're gonna have fun and that, but don't hit me,
Close
bro."
to the bar, all
Exact
types of shit.
that's exactly where close to the bathroom and the bar. I was in the 30 section, but, had a blast, man. It was such a great experience, and they sound just like the fucking CD. Like, they sound, like, immaculate on that bitch. It was great.
I love that. I love that for you. Meanwhile, my weekend was anticipating, commensurating, pontificating
Mm.
on the A Show 4K plus one run. As you know, last week we kicked it off. Actually, you still got a day to do it. I mean, if you're listening to this at this point on Wednesday, I don't know if you might have off on Wednesday if you want to go take a run, but after that, it'll kind of be like the official like window for it is closed. But of course, you can still do 4K plus one run anytime. And I'm gonna leave the shopping page up for maybe like another couple weeks if anyone who is a large and extra large and 2X wants to buy any merch, because that's all the sizes we got left at this point, and I still got some medals too. I was super excited, because I was like, all right, I'm ready to tackle this run. I've been training for weeks. I've been doing all the things that I need to do. A small thing happened. So on Wednesday, I decided to go for a short run because I wanted to kick things off. I was like, let me kick things off. Not a 5K, but whatever 2 miles is, 3K, whatever. Maybe 4K. So I ran and I was running in new sneakers and my ankle completely rolled as I was reaching the end of the 2 mile thing. And I was like, "No, God, no, hell no, please no." So it rolled. I kinda, like, thugged it out. I was like, "Whatever, fuck it, shake it off." I shook it off, finished the run because I really had, like, point 0.1 miles left. So I finished it, pulled it off. That's not like a smoke detector or anything that you need to worry about.
It's the
Unless it
refrigerator.
is. Can I go check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let me go check.
For everyone that did the
Wait, no,
5K.
it disappeared. Alright.
Okay. Well, whether you did it or if you did it already, leave a comment in our Patreon.
Well,
Uh,
we have the Strava app. And the Strava app has been keeping track of people. I mean, if people did it outside the Strava app, of course, do as Justin says, which is like leave a comment. Um, but we got the Strava app full of photos and people who did the damn thing this weekend. Shout out to Johnny Barnes, shout out to Nico, shout out to Kel, shout out to the Duggar and his girl, shout out to Rube, shout out to just everybody. Uh yeah, look, there's a whole you could scroll through it. You know what I'm saying? So many people. Shout out to Caleb. Shout out to what the fuck was this, Bosa? All right, you know what? I didn't even look at Bosa's thing, but it looks crazy. All right, you know what? Whatever. Shout out to Sid. Shout out to everyone who did this. I'll give you my experience of running. So I'm super. So again, rolled my ankle on like Wednesday. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna run until Saturday. Fuck this. So I had just been walking around. But Saturday, I felt really, really good. I did my stretches. I did everything. I was supposed to meet up with my boy Mitch. to go do this run. So I said 10 o'clock. We meeting there to go do the run. Great. 10 o'clock. You sure 10 o'clock? Absolutely. 10 o'clock. Cool. Of course, I get there about 9:58 or something. Then please don't kill me, Mitch, because he actually might listen to this. Um, he texts me at 9:58, says, um, running late, but I'm on my way.
Mm.
And I'm like, what the fuck you mean? Like, wait. I was like, what do you mean on your way? Like, are you like, usually around that time, you'd be like, yo, I'm like 5 minutes away. So I'm like, Mitch, where are you? And don't get any response. He's like, "Oh, you was taking the train there. Something happened on the train. Blah 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 blah." So I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right, well, okay. So what time you think you could be?" He was like, "Oh, like another 40 minutes." I was like, "Hell no." Let me tell you, the adrenaline in my soul was ready to run right then and there. So the mere fact I was like 40 fucking minutes. I don't know if you know this, Justin. I don't do things with a lot of people anymore because I hate like waiting for things, which happens a lot. I show up on time, no one else does. I don't know if you're an on time person or not. The
I
one time you
I'm
were on time.
furiously on time. Yeah.
Okay. The one time we met up, you were on time. So I believe you. Um I'm not a if you're gonna I'm a person like if you're gonna be late, don't tell me you're gonna be late when you're supposed to be there. Tell me you're gonna be late, like, I'm running late, like, 15 minutes before you actually so I know I can leave my crib a little bit later, um, because it was, like, 60 degrees, and I'm there in the shirt and shorts and all this other shit like that. So I was like, "Alright, boom." So he was like, "You know what? Where's the train station?" I was like, "Where's the train station closest to where you're walking right now?" Because he's not gonna make it to where I am in, like it probably wouldn't even been 40 minutes. It probably wouldn't have been like 70 minutes. So I was like, he wasn't driving, by the way. This is New York. So we're talking about trains and shit.
Yeah,
So
that takes
public
a while.
transportation. Yeah, yeah. So especially on the weekend. I don't know if you know weekend transit is much different than weekday transit.
Yeah, I
So
was
I
there on the weekend when I saw you 2 years ago.
so I said, which stop closest to and by the park are you gonna be? Because it's a massive park. He was like, "Oh, I'm about to come out at this entrance." I was like, you know what? I'll run there. Because I'm, like, ready to go. Like, I'm I'm juiced, you know what I'm saying? I had sugar, I had everything like that, I'm ready to fucking run. So, I run there. He was like, how far is it away?" I was like, "It's about a mile, I could get there in, like, a couple of minutes or so." Um, so I run there. I felt great. I felt like I was running towards something, you know what I mean? Like, running towards a goal. I was like, "Alright, good." I get there in, like, 8 minutes, 9 minutes. Still ain't there. He was like, "Oh, I'm on this street." So I opened my Google Maps and looked the street. I was like, "Oh, that street's 2 blocks away." I waited another 20 minutes, 25 minutes before he showed up. I don't know if you know this, Justin. I hate waiting. I hate
Oh,
it.
I know you do.
I hate waiting. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I once, when I was meeting up with someone and they had me wait for an hour, I didn't talk to them for another hour.
Oh my god.
Silent
That's a bit
treatment.
much.
I was furious because if you running late, just tell me you're gonna run late, but just don't like make up some shit that like I need like legitimate like call me and be like, yo, I'm running late. I'm on the train right now. Da 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 da. Because when I was meeting up with that other person, essentially she was just like, I'm on the way. I'm like, nigga, I'm in your borough. Fuck you mean you want? I was like, all right. So I was getting very very mad. Um, So I sat there and I'm like, do I really want me being mad ruining this time? And I was like, no, I don't want to. So he pulled up. I'm like, you ready? He hadn't ran in a while, but I was like, you ready? I'm like, I'm ready. Um, I made a Drake playlist so we could
Good running
listen.
music. Good running music.
So we could listen to it while we ran because we have the. I've never done the share play shit with uh with Apple Music. I don't know if you've ever done that shit.
No, I haven't actually.
It's like the holding hands of a playlist.
Oh,
It's like we're gonna listen to what I listen to, so we synced up pretty much like Apple devices, and we're listening to the same thing. And let me tell you something. I'll say this. I'll say this. I had probably the best time I ever ran in months doing this.
Good.
Like, not the greatest time I've ever had because I'm like 40 pounds heavier than my like weight from like 4 years ago. But I had the best time I've ever ran in months. I felt good. I didn't completely die. Almost died towards the end, but didn't completely die. And I had a good time. And then after that, we went out to eat. And then as soon as I got home, my body just said, like, fuck you. And just decided knees, elbows, body, shakes, quick. I essentially collapsed on my bed and couldn't really move. So
That's what was gonna happen to me, and you wanted me to do a concert right after that?
I didn't want you to do a concert. Ain't nobody tell you had to do it on the day of the concert.
I would have
you
been the only
had
one to
you
do
had
it.
multiple days to do it. Ain't nobody tell you do it on turnstile day.
Imma do it this month.
Alright, do it this month, man. You know, a lot of people walked, a lot of people ran, a lot of people did other things. So I'm happy that yeah, why did Bosa do 5 miles? Like, what is he trying to
Yeah,
prove? You
extra, and
know?
he training to be a Power Ranger for real. That's really what
He's
he
supposed to do
did.
5K. He did 5 miles. Like, all right, yeah,
I
you got to
think
be training.
he got confused with what the ask was, had to be.
It's 4K. All right, whatever. It's in the name. It's on the shirt. It's it is what it is. But shout to everyone. Shout to Viz. Shout to uh, everybody, significant others who are also part of this. Shout out to you guys. Um, I will buy small shirts. I didn't get small shirts this time because I assumed only men would do this. Um, I was terribly wrong. Significant others did do
You
this.
you cis pig.
I mean, they haven't really bought the shirts before. So it is what it is.
One thing we had to do is be healthy, bruh. So we shoulda known. We shoulda
We
known.
should have known. We should have known. But with that said, shout out to everyone who joined the Strava group. I mean, it's still there if you want to join, if you want to log in some time and stuff like that. There might be a 30-day Strava subscription too. So you might want to get part of that. But yeah, it's a good, you know what? Shout out to everyone who bought it. Shout out to everyone who wearing the shirt. Shout out to everyone who took a picture. 4K plus one run. And listen, we're going to do it again next year. A little bit earlier though.
Yeah, please. Please
Yeah, a
no.
little bit. Yeah, a little bit earlier. It is what it is. But I'm happy. I'm glad. And I'm excited. I'm not gonna run for like another week and a half. I'm trying to make sure my ankle's okay. But and then I also injured my hand. I don't know if you do. I don't know if you've ever done. Have you ever injured your hand opening a jar?
No. But I get, like, strange cuts and stuff on my hand, every day. I stabbed myself with a box cutter the other day.
Oh fuck.
It wasn't bad.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're here. But yeah, I completely fucked up my hand opening a jar that would not open. So my hand is fucked up too. So we'll see.
I'm
I
the
would
one
love to have some sort of insurance.
I'm the one in the house that gets the strain, like, the hand injuries, like, always. I'm
Mm,
always slamming my hand into something. I don't know what it is.
it is what it is. With that said, we got a lot of stuff to talk about this week.
Yeah, we do. And,
And
I mean, where do we start? Do we start with the funny?
was there stuff that happened that was funny? Like funny looking? Let's see.
I mean, we can start with the funniest, and that's the AEW ratings. That's the funniest part to
Oh, them ratings hilarious. Let me tell
yeah.
you something. So the AEW ratings came out this week. Apparently, so I did
Let's
actually.
pref let's preface this, okay?
Okay.
Because there is a new way that Nielsen is gathering, uh, that they're gathering ratings, like the big data panel,
Mm.
um, and it combines, what do they say here? It
They said
combines
it's smart TV viewing along with
yeah,
actual the
set
Nielsen
top boxes.
subscribers.
Yeah.
Right.
So they combine the big data from the set top boxes and the smart TV devices with panel data from actual people, and they help you. They say that it helps them better understand today's television audiences. So they add
Which means like, what the fuck were you doing before?
I think they were just taking it from really a lot of set top boxes. I think that the set
Yeah.
top boxes might have been it because it would count people who would just leave stations on or just
I
leave things on.
Well, I did a bit of research on this, and one of the reasons why they're switching over to this is because they're getting a lot of like they got a lot of heat from the NFL because
Yeah.
NFL is like, you're not completely counting everyone who's watching this thing. So NFL would take their essentially their like counting services, like the stuff that counts their show to another company. So Nielsen is essentially they had to get this approved. They had to get their system accredited, essentially. This big panel and data system of like, okay, this is a system that actually works and be able to do this thing to essentially say, like, hey, we can now count this. But before they were just counting the people who had Nielsen boxes in their home, which is not that many people, and then creating ratings based off of the surveying of that.
Yeah. Mhm. So
So
and
it's kind
they say in the US, the national TV big data set includes approximately 45 million big data households and 75 million devices from Comcast, Dish, DirecTV, Roku, and Vizio. And that's on top of
repeat that one more time.
so their big data set includes approximately 45 million big data households.
Uh-huh.
And they count big data as kind of like the it captures like the scale of it. So like the bit
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like all of that combined, right?
Right.
So with 75 million devices, and this is like smart TV stuff. So it's Comcast, Dish, DirecTV, Roku, and Vizio. On top of a panel of 101,000 people and from approximately 42,000 households. So 101K real people, 45 million big data households, and 75 million devices.
So that means 101K people were initially determining the ratings of everything that happened in the country.
Yeah,
From a
and they
survey of 101K people out of the millions of people who live in the United States. It's not that they're gonna count this ain't like the census fucking every day, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But it's that is I can see why there would be discrepancies in terms of, like, people who are actually viewing the show based on, like, an archaic kind of system and counting them.
I mean, we knew it was archaic from jump, right? Like we knew
Yeah.
it was problematic from the jump. I think the thing is that what that means for what we review every single week in wrestling. And we've already seen Dave Meltzer melting down about this. The bad news for everyone. And then when we look at the actual numbers, it actually tells a different story that I'm guessing he's just choosing not to see. And we'll get to AEW in a minute, but like we should be looking at what this does to WWE ratings on USA and CW for the next couple of weeks, right? So NXT's rating actually kind of fell in line with kind of the basic NXT rating. Like they do around 600 to 700, what did they do, 554 essentially.
Yeah,
They
essentially.
were they were
They dropped like 100K.
but that wasn't like a big show for them. So tonight will be the real test when they do
Mm.
this big showdown show to see if they get a big number with all of this stuff happening. What will that be? I'm thinking it'll probably be in line with the 600 more than the 700, which 600 is NXT's baseline anyway. Now, what
Yeah, I mean, they got I think baseball is on tonight, so I'm especially the Yankees are on tonight, so it's kind of a it's a do or die for them, so I can't actually imagine the ratings being that good, to be honest with you.
it'll be probably in line with the 500.
Right.
It'll probably be in line with the 500. SmackDown to me hasn't seen that crazy of a drop. Like 1.2 million is literally what Raw was doing on USA a year ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that was also up against baseball and other sports. I think the WNBA finals and all this other stuff like that. So it was definitely up against its set of ratings.
Yeah, and when you look at it, it's like from 1.5 to 1.9. These are big numbers anyway. And this is also the last WWE main roster show that is on TV.
Mhm.
Um,
Besides
so
NXT.
besides that, well, I'm talking about main roster that's on TV.
Mhm.
So essentially, what we're looking at here is like WWE, in my eyes, again, kind of dipping out and saying, okay, we're going to be ahead of the pack here, and we're going to go ahead and get all these major deals. And people are like, oh, there's going to be buyer's remorse. I'm like, no, I think
I
them
don't think
having this,
so.
yeah, I think them having this content is the one thing that's saving them right now. This content that people are actually is spending money to see.
Yeah, SmackDown was still, I think, number 2 in the night in its demo, ultimately at the end of the day. Like it was and it's behind college football, so it's like it's not really gonna do much better than that, to be honest with you. So if
Yeah.
you don't count any sports, they're essentially number 1. Um, but I can't imagine it affecting WWE that much just because of its
Well,
Now what Meltzer is saying is that it's affecting the business and that it might determine how television deals are negotiated in the future for all
Well,
things.
here's the thing. There probably won't be any television deals
Yeah.
made. It'll be streaming deals.
Yeah, essentially. Um, so he's essentially, I mean, I think they like to keep at least one thing kind of going on television, just
Yeah, but
kind of something on linear television.
it'll probably be a package deal where it'll be, we'll get this on TV, but we'll have access to something on streaming. So
Y-
Peacock has NXT pay-per-views. That's part of the deal. That's they're almost doing 12 a year now. They're doing about what,
mhm.
like 9 a year at this point with NXT. And then we'll keep SmackDown, and then we'll keep Saturday Night's Main Event when we re-up with you guys. So like it's gonna be a package deal. And if you don't have a package, that'll be tougher for you. But I think that like it's gonna depend on what company's trying to do that. Um, I think more than anything, WWE saved themselves by getting on Netflix on Mondays, because it would be a bloodbath if they were going up against Big Data and Raw was still on USA. Like they managed to really kind of dip out of something that they like a real big issue that would have been problematic for them in the future.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't really an explanation thus far on why wrestling has dipped so crazily, unless it was. I guess the idea is that Nielsen ratings overestimated what wrestling was doing from time to time. I don't know how it does that in comparison to other things, but apparently it did. Um,
But I
but
don't I
I
don't
mean,
like the idea. I don't like the idea of people saying, "Oh, well, wrestling's not as hot as people are saying it is." I'm like, well, there's sellout stadiums everywhere, like every single week
yeah,
for one company. Like, I think that people are looking at it in the wrong way. I think that viewer habits have changed and interest has changed in different things, so people look like different things all at once. And I think the live aspect of WWE is something that people are like severely underestimating, regardless of what the ticket prices are. Like people are making this argument about the ticket prices, and I'm sorry, Mills, these fucking arenas are sold out every week, and no one's complaining about that part. Like I only see people on Twitter complaining about that part.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, it's still people like I know my boy, when I was talking to Mitch, he was like, "Yo, I wanted to go to MSG show, but like I'm not gonna make it to the MSG show because essentially like how much it costs." So it is. I do think it's still worth a discussion, but it's definitely like
Not hindering nothing.
I mean, it's not hindering anything for them. Ultimately, at the end of the day, WWE comes there once a year. You just choose the ticket you want to go to, and essentially it'll be there, or you wait until right before the showtime and buy your damn tickets at this point. But it is the popularity of it hasn't really dwindled as of yet. Now, I expect it to happen at some point because everything peaks and valleys and it goes up and down, and that's how business kind of is. Unless they continue to like really stretch out where they're kind of shown.
I
Um,
say this right now. I'm gonna see where Mania is at next year to kind of determine whether I'm gonna say that or not, because I think them, well, as you said, diversifying where they're at makes it so that it's
don't
kind of
really, yeah, it's tough to lose ground
yeah,
in a
they don't
way.
come around often.
Whereas AEW currently, um, they haven't really diversified where they're at. You really only catch them in one place, and if you don't catch them, you don't catch them. And it doesn't really. I think they're the the thing with AEW is they don't do any favors in making their television appealing to watch for people outside of their bubble,
Mhm.
nor do they make it appealing of any of the people who are featured on their show that are actually like cool in any kind of way where you'd be like, oh yeah, I fuck with that guy. Um, what they have done is just terrible kind of like brand management, brand awareness in terms of showing what they are as a show, and they're likely more in trouble than WWE is in terms of like when it comes to the actual television deal because their ratings have continued to slide. Literally, last year they were touching 800K. This year now it's about 400K at least with the show. Imagine how embarrassing it is for your 6th anniversary show and
To
you
do
did the lowest rating you've ever done in 6 years.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the week. I mean, AEW did 465K, and I don't care how you slice it, that was a major show before they even knew that Big Data was gonna interact with their show like this week.
Mhm.
Nobody knew that this was gonna happen this week, right? So to NXT's 572, if that's like the lowest that they can get, and they got a bigger show this week, you have to think that it's gonna go up this week. You have to think that AEW is probably gonna go up too, but it's probably still gonna be below NXT. And I think that what did somebody say? I saw a report that said NXT's beaten AEW damn near all year.
48 48 weeks out of the 52 weeks of the last year.
That's
And
crazy.
but, I would like to see I'm not even gonna gauge off of next week. I just kinda wanna see, like, I wanna get, like, a month of, like, essentially ratings so we can accurately be like, "Okay, this is their new kind of, like, regular now." And in that case, I feel like, they'll continue to book. I mean, if you get ratings that low, you should probably start booking better television shows at that point. So
I
we
don't think that's the thing at this point anymore, Meals.
not today. So
Yeah,
they have a show
think
tonight, and
I
they're
think people
punting
have
the show.
I think people have effectively checked out of this company. Like obviously we're in a bubble online on social media. We're in a bubble.
Yeah, yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
people talking about it all day, every day. I think outside of the internet, like this is extremely niche, even more niche than WWE is
Mhm.
product that is primarily selling to a niche audience. And regardless of what we say and how we cut it and how we tell them they should do things this way or they should do things that way, it is not going to change. We're going to talk about a talent that's probably going to go there tonight, and it's not going to shake anything up
Well,
because
let's talk about the talent that went there last week.
who?
Andrade.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, I mean, what a great first week for him to go back to the sinking ship to put his finger down on the nose of the ship to make sure that it goes down faster.
Yes. I mean, Andrade for all stretch. I mean, I think we kind of understood what it was going to be with it, but he debuts AEW um, last week. He beats up Kenny Omega, like who hasn't at this point. Um, but he beats up Kenny. Um,
Right to the Callis family.
And yeah, right to the Callis family. So he's already effectively blended into the roster as
Mhm.
if he was incognito as possible. If that was if that was what he wanted to accomplish, he sure did accomplish that because he
It's like Andrade coming back to or Russo coming back to WWE and him joining Dark State. Like it's it's like effectively you're back in the mid card. I don't care
yeah,
what you say. Like that's a mid card group. That's a mid card group.
yeah,
They're doing mid
yeah,
card angles facing mid card people in that company, from what I see.
absolutely. So he 100% he 100% joins that, and then we may have another one tonight. You know what I'm saying? On their title Tuesdays, which is
But before we get to that next talent, I want to point out something here.
okay.
The week before this big data thing, SmackDown did a 1.3, 37 in the demo.
Uh-huh.
The week of, it did a 1.2, 35 in the demo. That's not a big drop at all. Not like an
I mean,
AEW drop.
no, it's I mean, well, all their drops, I mean, you drop 100K, you're dropping a lot because they only get like 500, 600 at this point. So if you lose 100,000 viewers, you are losing a lot. You know what I'm saying? And especially considering they still don't know the numbers for Max, which I don't think are that big. I think if they were, again, we've talked about this many times. If they were worth a damn, we'd know, we'd
Yeah.
know the
Well,
numbers.
this yeah, the simulcast isn't counted, and I think that's for good reason. I don't think the thing is like, I don't think y'all wanna know what this show is doing on HBO Max.
Because we gonna point and laugh. What?
I think they're saving I honestly think HBO and WB is saving you from the argument and the discourse by not knowing these numbers. Stop asking for them. You don't wanna know the truth. It's like when a girl go through somebody's phone. You don't wanna know that. Don't do that to yourself. It's just dumb. So anyway, word came out, and I suspected this because I kept seeing his posts over the weekend, and his posts were like mad, like well, were mad like dull, like contemplating and introspective. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this thing? Is this
Hey,
contract
man.
almost up?
I knew it when he wasn't on SmackDown.
And then
That's
his
what
boys
I
were.
yeah, his niggas were, but, like, other than that, he was not on SmackDown at all, so I kind of figured out from that situation. I also just kind of been figuring it in general, they have not really used him in an active wrestling capacity in quite some time, um, and you know what I'm saying? I feel like just if I had a guess, so we're talking about Santos Escobar,
Yeah.
um, who has been signed by WWE for quite some years. Um, kind of showed up. Did he show up as El Phantasma in WWE and then
Yes.
take off the mask?
When he
So,
won the, no, he didn't. No, he lost the didn't he lose the breakout tournament, and then he turned?
I don't remember at all. I don't.
Yeah,
It's been a long time.
he was kidnapping niggas in cars or some shit. It was like a big twist on the
Yeah,
show.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um. So, uh, I ordered. Hold on for a second. Talk about him. Let me do
Yeah,
something real quick.
I mean, Santos Escobar is someone who, like, I think had kind of limitless potential, and initially, at first thought, you would think that, right? Like, he could talk, he could work. I think that he was given a lot of chances to do that in kind of big name programs, especially with Rey Mysterio, or primarily with Rey Mysterio. He had matches with LA Knight. He had tag team stuff going on. He went into AAA. He was factored into quite a few things initially with his call up. I think a lot of things really worked against him there, and I think he was also a victim of like the bloodline stuff. I think the bloodline stuff, we look back on it really fondly, but it took up so much TV time, and I think that that really affected everybody there. And then when you go into like after the bloodline stuff kind of ended, he stood on his own too with the LWO stuff. The LWO stuff for a time was very popular, and I don't want anyone to like act like that it wasn't. Like they were factored into a lot of different things, Mania matches, all of that stuff. He was there. And I think that as time went on, obviously they got more talent, more Mexican talent, more Latin American talent, and I think that people ultimately started receiving them a lot better. I think the Penta really opened up eyes to like, okay, like we need the you know the next big star is here, or is imminent. Stephanie Vicaire, next big star is here and she's imminent. Like those are the big two, and Dominic Mysterio, the big three, I think, of the Latino and Latina talents that
Right.
they hope to showcase. And those are the big three to them, and they're able to not only talk but also get a reaction. I just don't think Santos got that much of a reaction. And I see a lot of people say like, "Oh, well, they never gave him a chance." I'm like, he had plenty of chances to do that. Do people remember the promo he cut on Rey Mysterio where he wished he died? He was getting some of the biggest heat of anyone on SmackDown, and this is Bloodline era SmackDown too. And I just think that ultimately, like a lot of stuff just didn't connect with him.
I feel like, so I kind of, on a low key, I get both sides in a sense. And I only say I get both sides because I feel like there wasn't really anything planned beyond the Rey Mysterio thing, which had a long kind of like runway time. Essentially, they were building to that Mania program literally from way before Mania. He joined LWO to
And Ray
essentially
got
turn
hurt
on Rey.
also.
Yeah, yeah, he joins an LWO to eventually turn on Rey Mysterio to build up for the WrestleMania program that they eventually had. But it didn't seem like they really had anything planned all after the fact. I mean, they kind of put him with Umberto Carrillo and Angel Garza. They he had a few kind of like stints with like contending for the US title. And I think he did face LA Knight at some point.
He faced him a
Um
lot of times.
yeah, yeah. So but realistically, like, I don't think there was anything real significant with him. I mean, it may be because of injury.
Yeah, he
But
did
they
get.
didn't seem like they had anything really planned for him. And I think what was hinted at was the reason why, I mean, he was offered a larger contract to stay and he turned it down. And the idea is that it wasn't he wasn't, you know, he was gonna go somewhere where creative would be, I don't know, a little bit stronger for him or something along those lines. So, or he didn't like his creative in WWE. And I feel like he could see maybe like the wheels continuing to spin in this section, or he would be trapped in AAA or something along those lines. I don't know. But I get both sides. I mean, I could say that he's been offered quite a bit, but I also feel like they didn't really have anything planned past Rey Mysterio for him, like at all.
I guess I can't even say that. I mean, I think he carried the heat because remember Ray got hurt right after that. He carried that heat all the way through to when Ray came back. And then afterwards, I mean, the teaming with Dom and stuff like that. He got two Mania matches out of this. Like, and in between it was still working quite heavily. He worked with Ricochet before he left. He was a fixture in the mid card for SmackDown for a very long time. Whether it be tagging, whether it be even interjecting in Electra Lopez's stuff, like he was in it. He got vignettes, like he got a lot of stuff. I just think that ultimately, like, not everybody can get the booking that they so desire. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people are precious about this type of stuff, like whether it be Grayson Waller or Austin Theory or right, we could talk about Aleister Black, Damian Priest. Like, there's a lot of talent that needs time, and I think that the ultimate thing about Santos that I feel like might have played a part in it is that, like, there's just a little bit more meat on the bone with the other people that are there, with your Doms and your Pentas, and I mean even Phoenix, who they're giving a lot of attention to now. Like, they want to help bridge that gap, and I think that there was a lot of avenues for Santos to do well. But if he wants to do better for himself, then I'm not mad at him wanting to go somewhere else.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would be better. I think he's so low on the totem pole in WWE, or at least he feels that way from just kind of like the last number of years that he's just like, all right, I'm just gonna go somewhere else. It's at this point, it couldn't hurt for him to go. Could he come back one day? Maybe, but honestly, we also even haven't heard from him in terms of what.
Well, he's probably just going to show up on AEW.
Yeah,
They're going to
at
keep
this point.
gouging. They're going to keep gouging this man Tony as these ratings go lower and lower.
Well, I guess it's because of AEW's relationship with CMLL. They're like, "Yo, we not gonna turn down more Mexican talent." You know what I'm saying?
And it
Um,
is. They're gonna get somebody that can talk. They're gonna get somebody that can still work. They're gonna get somebody that had really all of the makings of. And again, like, he was in Triple H era NXT, and out of all the Triple H people, he couldn't make that work on the main roster. It just shows you just how much shit is going on right now. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
I think it's really the main roster. Like main roster is a different level. It's like a different machine. Like you when you go to NXT, it's much easier to float to the top. That's why when people talk about the booking that HBK has and booking that Triple H does, and I'm like, it's completely different. Like you look at
HBK only
someone.
got 100 people.
Yeah, you look at someone like Javon Evans. If Javon Evans doesn't make it now, I would love him to be world champion at some point. But like, you look at who he has to go through. Look at the programs that we're having to kind of like go across, and it's this. We talk about it with AEW where there's kind of like this invisible wall, but it's a similar thing in WWE in a sense. Now, people might get opportunities from now and then, but essentially, like the WWE title, world title, they're wrapped up in their programs with the people that their thing in for so long, and you kind of just got to build yourself up to them and hope one day you can kind of like cross that threshold.
Mhm.
um with WWE, it's a, you know, it's just a that main roster is just different. It just is what it is. We're seeing that with Carmelo Hayes right now as he's continuing to like kind of claw his way there. um but some people it's just immediate, some people it's not. Some people are
Yeah, I
Braun
mean,
breakers, some
Carmelo
people are
not even
not.
crawling. He got a storyline. Like Carmelo not crawling. He got the storyline people was asking for him to have. He get TV time every week. He about to have a little thing with Miz. Truth will like, again, time will tell if he can make the babyface thing work. But he has to make the babyface thing work because
Right.
he's a short guy
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
going against a bunch of tall dudes on the right. It's something he's gonna have to make work.
Absolutely. um Let us see. What else do we got on this card? I mean, the Santos shows up tonight. Shout out to Santos, but it just is what it is. Um, let's talk about this TNA and NXT
Showdown.
showdown, which is also tonight. Which I'm. I mean, I know invasions are hard, but also
Wait, what?
the logic for the invasion threw me off last week because of the people who were involved and the sides they were on. Like Trick is on the NXT side and Kalani is on the TNA side.
Kalani thing just
The Kalani thing, I can't really ignore how kind of like dumb it is, to be honest with you.
Kalani
Like
thing dumber than most. But I get that the Kalani thing is bred from the fact that, I guess, someone got it, or I guess what's her name got injured, right?
mhm.
And I don't think that they have the somehow have the faith in a lot of the people there to give them the title, but they also can't give it to Tessa because you just can't have her on TV.
Well, I think yeah, I think they're trying to tell a story with Indy Hartwell and didn't want to just kind of give it to her immediately.
Yeah.
But so they're trying to do this, but it's interesting. Maybe it'll land in this. But we've got the show. What's the showdown card tonight? The showdown card is how they built it last week. I mean, invasions are uh, you kind of look at the 2001 invasion, and it was like, all right, we can. It doesn't have to be like this, and then it ends up being like that.
Well, it's I mean, it's hard to do. I mean, I don't think it's, like, not cool that this is happening. I think it's pretty cool that it's happening, but,
I
the
think it's
card
cool. Yeah,
the card as it stands, I think the coolest match here, I was running off right now, Ethan Page versus Mustafa Ali. I like the fact that they even brought up the reasons for, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of the stuff that happened in the
yeah.
past because of this is actually very thoughtful, and you could tell Sean loves him some Mustafa Ali because he made sure he got him he gonna get him his title. I think he's winning this title tonight.
I think so too. I think it would be a great. I mean, it'll definitely be a great like, yo, you did this, and I think for his gimmick, I think it'll be great too.
Yeah.
To really win this title. But now, what does that do for Ethan and this Canadian thing that he's got going on? I don't know.
I think he does some AAA for a while.
But we have that. We
We
have
got
the tag titles on
Yeah,
the
the tag
card.
titles and a winner take all match, TNA World Tag Team Championship versus the NXT Tag Team Championship, Hardys versus Dark State. I would just go ahead and just have uh my man Saquon do this match and not Osiris and Dion Lennox, but what do I know? Um Team 3D is supposed to be there because isn't Bound for Glory this weekend and they have that big match?
It is this weekend. I'm glad you asked that.
Yeah.
So now I can pull up the card and we can talk about it. But with that said, no, we have that, and then we have the two invasion matches, Survivor Series style, 4-on-4. Ricky Starks, Trick Williams, Javon Evans,
Miles
Miles Bourne.
Miles Born? I
Yeah,
said Miles Born?
I was like, they must really like again one of those like first guy there, last one to leave type
Yeah, he
beat.
he he sets up the ring, breaks it down,
You know what I'm saying? One of
makes
them ones.
makes life
Uh,
easier for everybody.
but you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's that, and then they're going up against oh my god, what's my man's name? Uh
Cool.
what am I the TNA team. What am I?
Oh,
Frankie
Mike Santana, Frankie
Mike
Kazarian,
Santana, Frankie
Moose
Kazarian.
Moose, and Leon Slater, which, they're
It's a
gonna be
good
giving
solid team. Yeah, it's
yeah,
solid.
they're gonna be giving away a little, some of the matches that they're gonna have on Bound for Glory. One of them being Trick and Mike Santana, but also Leon Slater and Javon Evans, and a match that everybody's gonna be paying attention to this weekend. I'm actually interested in that match. I want to see that. I seen Leon Slater do some crazy shit last week on NXT, and I gotta check him out.
Wow, the machine is working. You see that?
Ah, da, 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 da.
The machine is
I'm
working.
just
I'm not
saying,
saying you crossing the line.
you
I'm
call
just
that
saying.
scouting.
I'm
I
just
I kick
saying.
I kick sand on the line, nigga. I ain't doing
You ain't ever say you want to see no mystical match after the ever was some
fuck.
MJF. I'm just
Fuck.
saying.
And then for the women, I think this is where it gets more, I don't want to say problematic, but like more like, huh?
Huh?
Is JC Jane for his team NXT, JC Jane, Jada Parker, Sol Ruka, and Lola Vice versus Kalani Jordan, Jessie McKay, Cassie Lee, and Mara Sade. So it's team WWE versus team NXT, essentially. Listen, you know what? I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm gonna be on the other side of this. I'm gonna say, you know what? I actually don't mind them having familiar faces on the women's team. I think that's what it is. You got a bunch of familiar faces on that team, and I don't think that's a bad thing.
I feel like there's probably a bunch of people who also didn't want to do it. Who
Are
may
there
have
people
worked for.
in TNA that don't want to like be involved in this? That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, they are. I think one of the people who are rumored to not really want to do anything with this is Ziggler. I could be wrong, but I think there are people who are just like they're fresh out of this, don't really want anything to do with it, you know. Because I say that because Ziggler is firmly part of TNA, and that man has never he's nay popped up to one of these little things that they got going on. So he definitely hasn't done any of that. There are a couple more people. I mean, I don't know if Indy showed up to squabble with all these other people as well.
She
So
hasn't
it'll
shown up
be
yet, but she is, however, in a storyline with Kalani outside of this. So yeah,
right. Well, she enters the storyline with the title. She won number one contender for the title. Why do I know TNA storylines? She won number one contender for the title to eventually face Dana Brooke, and then Dana Brooke got an undisclosed injury, which is going to keep her out for God knows how much time, or if she ever returns. To be honest with you, because they making it sound very like fatalistic in the way of like, yo, she might never come back.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Well, at least she
and
got her at least she got her ones before she left.
yeah, I hope you took pictures with it. Let's see.
It looks
This
fun.
bound
It looks
it
fun.
looks fun. It looks fun tonight. I'm not gonna lie. The Bound for Glory card this weekend. Let me see if anything piques your interest. Can I go it down and see if anything piques your interest?
Oh god, go ahead.
All right. We got Leon Slater versus Javon Evans. I know that piqued your interest.
Yes, it did.
Okay. The Inspiration, Cassie Lee and Jesse McKay versus the Elegance brand for the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championships.
Who?
Okay. All right. Never mind. A 20-person intergender call your shot gauntlet.
Oh, they still got niggas fighting women? Oh boy.
In this gauntlet is allegedly, I mean,
It don't end?
yes, the first person, the first entrant thus far is Xia Li, and the last entrant thus far is Mance Warner.
Whenever I think about of Xia Li, I think of that one time we were in chat and we were in the wrestling chat and Io Sky came out and Mark said loudly in the chat. You could hear his voice. He said, Xia Li! Ah,
Come on, Mark. You gotta do better than that.
ah.
Um, so yes, they still have men fighting women on the show. We got Tessa Blanchard versus Gia Miller. I don't know who you know
That
who Gia
is.
Miller
I
is, but
have no clue. Is this Tessa's final match?
might be. I
Yeah.
hope so. Because they're like, yo, we got this TV deal. we getting we getting the girl who gets "You Are Racist" chance off the show for sure.
Yeah.
Um, Next one is a 10-person intergender hardcore war
Excuse me?
with the system, which is Moose, Alicia Edwards, Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards, and JDC. Who's JDC? Oh, Fandango.
What
Um,
exactly is is the system? Are they like are they good guys? Well, why are they the system?
I guess it's like the demand, but in TNA font.
Well,
Um,
no one for sure no one's demanding them.
and then they're going up against Order 4, which is Mustafa Ali, Tasha Steeles, Special Agent Zero, Jason Hotch, and John Schuyler.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Um, Kalani Jordan will defend her Knockouts World Championship against Indy Hartwell.
Mm, mm.
Uh,
Less said
the
about
Har-
better.
the Hardys versus Team 3D for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. One time, last time, full time.
It's gotta be the Hardys winning this, right? Because 'Cause they're actually gonna continue to wrestle, right?
I wouldn't be surprised if Bully Ray pulls some shit off, but yeah, I'm assuming so. I mean, Devon looks in great shape. He just does.
Willie's a podcaster, so he definitely should not be winning.
But they're doing this. I'm over under on someone getting put through a flaming table.
Way under, I hope not. Way under, what the fuck?
All right, well, I'm just saying it might happen. Frankie Kazarian versus Steve Macklin for the TNA International Championship.
That's Steve Macklin's the nigga that don't wanna be on WWE. He's the one who's been like, "Nah, I wanna do it."
But he was very rah rah in the beginning. He was very like, yo, they got our belts and we need to
His ass
get
probably
our
need to
belts
be on
back.
TV
Mm.
because he on Twitch right now, but alright.
Or kick. Um, and then the main event, Trick Williams versus Mike Santana for the TNA World Championship. If it don't happen here, I don't know what to say.
It will end the way that you guys think it will end. Come on, guys. Be real.
Okay, because if it don't happen here, I don't know what to say.
It will end the way that you think it will end.
Niggas already like, and TNA don't win nothing, man. They don't win nothing. Oh well.
You
So
you think we stressing?
you know what I'm saying? Like it's TNA, baby. Have you seen the roster? Um, so that is TNA Bound for Glory, which is on a Sunday. So, check your local listings. I don't know what to say. Uh
Mm.
what else do we got here? Um I wanted to do this little exercise, but I don't think this is the right show to do this.
Oh boy,
I was gonna ask you to rate the members of the Don Callis family from most important to least important.
this is mean, but let's do it.
Okay. So currently, I want to give you the current members of the Callis family. Now, this is subject to change.
Do I gotta write this down, or you gonna keep it out for me?
No,
So then,
I'll send you a link. How about this? I'll
okay.
send you a link. Let's see. Let me send the link right now. There you go. Hopefully it lands right where it says current members. Um
They have a wiki. All right.
they got it. It's a family. Um So you see the list. Currently in the Don Callis family, we have Konosuke Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher, Trent Beretta, Lance Archer, Brian Cage, Mark Davis, Josh Alexander, Rocky Romero, Hechicero, Okada, Wardlow, Andrade El Idolo, and El Clon or Clone.
El Cologne, I think. El Cologne.
um, most important to least important.
Most important, Don Callis,
Don Callis. Okay, sure. Yeah.
uh,
Namesake.
Kyle Fletcher. I almost called him Felcher. Sorry.
Kyle Fletcher, more important than Takeshita?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
It's a title. What the fuck?
All right, well, Takeshita might have a title before this weekend is over as well. I don't know if you know
What
this.
title is that?
The
New
New
Teeth?
Japan IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. He's
Oh,
doing it this weekend.
he gave up his shot at Wrestle Kingdom for this?
You know how they do it. New Japan's like, yo, we ain't got it. Do it
Jesus
now.
Christ.
Even though Wrestle Kingdom sold incredibly well because they're promoting Tanahashi's last match, so it actually sold incredibly well for a change. Um, but it was also announced this week that they're going to slow down and doing US shows because niggas not showing up.
I wouldn't either. Um,
Just
Fletcher,
saying, there's a con to call if you need if you need some help. There's a different con to call.
actually, no, let me do it again. Let me do Don Callis,
Okay,
Okada, Fletcher,
Okada. Okay,
Takeshita.
uh huh. That's a little murky from there.
My brain just shut down.
you just like you're looking at Trent Beretta and Lance Archer, like which one of these niggas?
Hechicero. Let's do
Hechicero.
Hechicero.
I like that because you know what? More report they're fans of Hechicero, so I'm fine with that.
Uh, I guess Andrade because he's got the Kenny match next.
Yeah.
Um, Lance Archer, Rocky Romero, Josh Alexander, El Colon, Trent Beretta, Brian Cage, Mark Davis, and Wardlow.
That is hilarious. Shut up. Wardlow last. Just because he showed up
He's
and
not there. He's gone.
got
Right?
his shit rocked. Yeah, it is what it is. What are you gonna do? Um, so you know what, fair. But you know what? Don Callis family, the strongest set of mid carders in wrestling today. Not a main eventer. I mean, I guess Okada is the main eventer in the bunch. Okada adds street cred to them, right?
I guess. I mean, this is ultimately the hugest stable in the game right now. That means nothing. It means
Just
nothing.
6-man tags and all this other shit like that. Just
This
trios matches and it
this
beating up
nigga's
niggas.
wrestling. You can wake me up when they can make a storyline as good as Rio, Io, and the Kabuki Warriors. Let me know.
Hey man, let's talk about the shows this week then. Before
Okay.
we head into the pay-per-view and pay-per-view talk. But how far are we
I
at in the show?
I
We're
like
an
both
hour.
shows this
Okay.
week. I like both shows this week. I'll just go ahead.
I did like both shows this week.
Yeah.
Let's see what happened on SmackDown. I forgot, but I did like it. Um, SmackDown starts off. So I don't. SmackDown starts off with Paul Heyman apparently trying to cause tension between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton for whatever reason. It feels like they're trying to fast track this storyline.
They're saving it for December.
Cody, it's a tag match set up for tonight. It was Cody and Randy Orton versus Division. And Paul
Real question. Who do you think's taking the title of Cody before Mania?
before Mania.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna have it for Mania.
Huh.
I think he got it 3 more reigns, but one of them isn't gonna be I think he wants to not have a Mania title match this year. I just got a feeling.
They in Vegas again, man. Save that shit for fucking Saudi Arabia, baby. Where the money is already the envelope has already been handed to you. Um, I would say
I think Drew might beat him.
I think Drew could beat him.
But then you know what? Every time we say this, Drew disappoints us.
Yeah, I mean, it's not Drew. It's fully realized now. Drew had like the stars and the moon align to win that title, and then
Yeah,
the universe just kind of went kaput anyway. But it's really hard. If Drew shows anything, it's really hard to win the championship, even when you're really good and really over as a heel. I think if no, actually, in this era, I think it is. I think Vince McMahon gives him the belt no matter what.
yeah.
Vince McMahon would have been like, just give him the belt, fuck it, and then we'll take it off him at Elimination Chamber, some shit like that. Um, I guess if one had to take it off, it would be Drew. But either way, Paul Heyman essentially says like, you guys are gonna lose tonight, and Randy, you're gonna be like, where was Cody when I needed you? And sure enough, that actually happened. But I don't think that's any what happened. It feels like they're trying to fast track the split. Thoughts on this
I
storyline
I
that has
actually
never
think
happened.
I actually think that they're taking it extremely slow because
No, I mean they're fast tracking it now because why would Paul Heyman of all people bring this up?
because he's trying to create doubt in Cody as a champion, and create a wedge that mentally Cody will have to overcome because Seth is already insecure about him winning the match in general.
Hmm,
That's what I
very
think.
true.
That's what I think.
Very true. I mean, it could be true. You know what I'm saying? What else happened after that? I'm actually gonna go through these notes. How have you felt about Booker T on SmackDown? By the way,
I think he's
before
hilarious. When he said Corey's done, man. He's over. He's finished. I said, yo.
let me tell you something, Booker. I specifically remember this. Don't ask me why I remember this. 2017. Remember when they shifted Raw and then they called up like Finn Balor and it was like a
Yeah,
different thing.
yeah,
And initially, the Raw announced team was supposed to be Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and David Otunga.
yeah,
And then David Otunga had to be off for the first 6 weeks, so they had Booker T fill in, and then he just never got his job back.
yeah, because Booker was so fucking good, bro.
That's what I think right now. It was like,
Is that the era when Booker told Cole, "You know what, Cole? One day I had a dream last night that you died."
might have been. Might have been. Okay, so we have that. The next matchup is for Sami Zayn's US Championship Open Challenge.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually recap the show. And Carmelo Hayes comes out and he comes over the mic and he's like, I know you faced me before, but we gonna run it back. And then the Miz hits him with the skull crushing finale because like fuck you mean, bro. Fuck you mean.
Look at
You're
these
done
white
with the Miz.
Look at these white niggas on the day of Taylor Swift's album release. Y'all are still taking from us.
Hey man. So guess what? Guess who comes out? Aleister Black.
Monster Black. Yeah.
The reputation Taylor Swift of WWE.
All right.
Um, I didn't listen to the album. I'm just saying shit. Um, I'm just saying if one I'm trying to figure out who's gonna be the life of the show girl of the show. How about that? Um,
I got an idea, but yeah. The way she was
okay.
fucking dressed.
Sami Zayn shows up and defends the US Championship against Aleister Black. They make a note that this is Aleister Black's first time ever challenging for a championship ever in WWE main
It's the
roster.
truth. Yeah, it's the truth. I mean,
Ever.
he had a lot of stops and starts, but you can't say, and we talked about this in his first run before, like he was factored into some pretty big programs his first time around, but he just never got to a title match.
Because he couldn't have won. He would have had
Yeah,
to win.
yeah, he couldn't have won at that time, no. But he had Seth, he was facing AJ, he was doing a lot of stuff. He just never I mean, Roman was just not in the Roman was not an idea at the time.
Yeah, shout out to Alvarez pointing out that both Rusev and Aleister Black lost title matches this week, and they refused to do any of that in AEW.
Yeah, because Yeah, I mean, duh, nigga. Like, what?
What did you think of this match, by the way? Sami Zayn. I wasn't that big of a fan. I thought it was actually kind of slow.
I thought it was good. I think Alistair as a heel is just naturally slower. Like,
Yeah.
matches are naturally slower as a heel. I think he's, probably I didn't catch too much of his heel stuff in AEW, so I
Eh, he didn't
just
really have much of a heel run to me. He was just like spooky, nigga. It was
yeah,
just spooky
so
vignettes.
I don't know if he worked this way in AEW as a heel, but, I
He
found
barely
it
worked at all.
that's true. But I mean, I thought it was good. I don't think I think Sammy is always having the best matches on the show. So I mean, it goes without saying that was the best match on the show. I
Right.
thought they kept Alistair strong for
Because the
the match.
priest thing.
Yeah, because the priest thing and the fact that they're gonna have a last man standing match in Australia this weekend, on SmackDown, not on the pay per view. But I thought it was good. And Sammy wins again, and we move. I thought it was good.
There we go. Um, Chelsea Green and Alba Fire versus Sol Ruka and Zarya this week. The women's tag division, of course, runs through Chelsea Green and Alba Fire.
Oh my god.
You beat them, you're pretty much the number one contenders because ain't nobody else there. And that's what they did. Sol Ruka and Zarya.
My
No one
issue is
speared
that
someone accidentally. No one did anything stupid. Just
My issue is that Charlotte and Lexa said, "When the time comes," I'm like, "Nigga, when is the time? This
when
is
it
the
comes.
time.
No, when it comes. That's
The
when the
time,
time
the time
is.
is here. Is one of y'all hurt? Like, what is going on?
I feel like it is. I don't know. Shoot,
They
Charlotte
are,
might be hiding
they are making,
another. Go ahead.
they are making us wait for a L. Like, I don't know why they're making us wait for something that is inevitable between these two teams. Just do it.
Charlotte hiding another knee brace on them big old scissor pants. You know what I'm saying?
I don't fucking know, but Charlotte and Alexa, torture poet society of the show tonight.
There you go. How about that? Yeah, look at us. Um, how do you feel about Solo Ruka and Zarya on SmackDown?
It
Just
looked
to,
good.
let's try it
They
on.
all look good. There was more than one NXT representation on the show this week. They all well, Zarya, you know what's funny to me? I think she might be a little tiny bit further behind than Soruka is. Is that
Hmm.
crazy for me to say? She might be a little bit further behind.
I have no reference point. I don't think that she's had any major singles or real any kind of match other than tag matches for like the last number of months. So I can't say that she's.
I need to see more. She needs to do some stuff on her own. I think
I
Sol is
agree.
ahead of her right now.
I agree. Um, backstage, da da da. Women's Crown Jewel contract signing. Tiffany and Stephanie Vaquero do a contract signing.
Very nice, very
Yeah,
demure, very simple.
yeah, very. Took pictures, all the other stuff like that. Until
The
Tiffany goes
real
to leave.
the real life of a showgirl comes out. Julia
Julia shows up,
in her
clocks Tiffany.
Missy Elliott ass outfit.
Hey man, come on, style. That's what they
I
call it.
I and I said this last week when we talked about this tag match. I said this tag match seemed like them saying this is over. Like, that tag match was this is over. Like leave us alone.
Yeah, essentially, she kind of stomped out the division in one fatal swoop. Um, so they beat them up. So Julia and Kiana James show up and just beat up Tiffany and Stephanie Vaquer. And then, Stephanie gets the upper hand. They run off. I'm assuming there will be a tag match announced this week.
It's already announced. It's on Friday.
Okay. There we go. See? Friday, 8 a.m. SmackDown, 5 a.m. where you live.
Is it?
It is.
No, it's taped on Friday. It'll be a regular
It's
time for
taped?
for normies. It'll be
You
regular time.
sure? I
On
mean, taped
Netflix.
overseas? Oh, yeah. I mean, they'll
On
still air it on
Netflix.
TV. Yeah, they'll still air it on TV. I'm talking shout out the VPN boys.
Oh, I'm
Um,
not doing that. I'm not doing that.
VPN boys. Shout out to Stephanie McMahon, a real one.
I'll catch it. I mean, obviously, I'm just gonna run into the spoilers, but I'll still catch it at night.
Yeah.
You know,
All right.
it's gonna be weird because they're gonna put it up on YouTube, aren't they?
I don't think they do it until the US thing comes out. So I
We'll
don't think
see.
they actually put it on YouTube unless there's a major title change, then they're like, "Fuck you. You're spoiling
Okay.
it. Put it in
We'll
your feed and everything." Um, so Javon Evans comes out of Nick Aldis's office. And Nick Aldis is like, "Hey,
Nick,
man,
Nick comes out and says, "Hey, man, we need more YNs on the show."
we need more you guys on the show. Let's look a little, you know, I've had a kickoff Motor City
But
Machine Guns and
when
then
he
DIY.
he came out of that shit, I was like, Carmelo Hayes, Toy Story meme, bro. I don't want to play with you anymore. I don't want to play with you anymore. Gee,
Oh my god! So he comes out. He comes out with Ray Phoenix. Somehow it works. It just does. I think Ray Phoenix bought in. He was just like, "Yeah, be on the show. Fuck yeah." So they're interrupted by Los Garza, Santos Escobarless, no Esco, and they have a great match. Javon Evans takes out a fucking camera guy. I'm sure Shawn Michaels was like, "I didn't teach you that where we're from, so don't start doing things." I'm sure Shawn Michaels called him and said, "Don't do nothing that I ain't tell you. Act like you've been somewhere, and don't start acting up backstage." Sure enough, tope right into the camera guy.
yeah.
Um,
That was awesome though. I'm pretty sure Triple H was like, oh, oh.
we love it. It's so real.
I would
Um,
love an Unreal season that follows an NXT talent. That
I,
would be
I
awesome to me.
I think it would be good too.
But
Um,
not their political beliefs, just them at work.
just Javon. How about that?
Yeah, that works
Just
too.
follow Javon.
Yeah.
So Javon and Ray Phoenix win. Who knows what this means for them?
I
They
think
might
Javon will be a staple on this show for the rest of the year.
on SmackDown. Okay. You think he gets officially called up, or just like
No, he gotta win
we
that
we doing
NXT
a stint? We doing a
title.
stint.
He's doing a stint. NXT title gotta be this because the thing of the stint is supposed to have the audience follow him to NXT. And I want to see if they do that and if it's successful.
Mm, that's true. Shout out to that.
It's supposed to
Um,
make you follow him to where he goes. So we'll see.
Kathy Kelly catches up with Damian Priest, but Kid Wilson shows up in a wheelchair,
And he pushes him down a ramp.
pushes him down, and then Priest says, "Don't worry, he's non-toxic." I was like, "Okay, sure."
Listen, if you want to stay employed, look at what that man is doing.
uh,
Santos, you should have been silly, nigga. It
we
would have
get
given you
two
anything you wanted.
we get two different vignettes for Jacob Fatu, and so is Sokoa and his family tree.
If the whole point of this whole thing is for them to meet back up again and fight, I'm gonna be mad. But it seems to me that the MFT stuff is gonna dovetail from the Street Profits losing the tag title shot next week. And
Solo says they're missing a part of the family, and once he finds it, everyone is on notice.
it's Tama.
Okay, as long as he's back.
Yeah.
Um, Main event. Actually, no. There's a. Actually, yeah, main event. Fuck it. What am I talking about? Street Profit shit. Um, Main event happens.
I I just went right to YouTube and watched the whole thing. They just
You
had
know
it up.
what? Fair. Because why
I
the fuck
they no commercials, no nothing. It was to the point. I got it out of the way in like 10 minutes and I got what I needed.
they beat up Randy Orton a lot? Randy Orton beats them up a lot. Makes tag, power slams, all types of superplexes, all types of other stuff like that. Um, Unfortunately, Bronson Reed nails Orton. Seth Rollins comes in and hits him with or Randy Orton with the stomp. So that will spin off to some sort of match, I'm assuming. Um, and Bronson Reed covers Orton and gets the win. So Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed beat the world champion and Randy Orton.
He didn't pin a nigga though.
You beat him. Kind of beat him though. As they all celebrate, Rollins and sends Breaker and Reed to the back, and Rollins and Heyman stays. And Heyman tells Rollins, "Don't do it."
Don't do it.
He
He's
tries
in
to
your
block
head.
him. He
He's in
says
your
he's
head.
in. So
Don't do it.
Rollins hits the ring to go for a stomp on Cody, but Cody using I don't know Ultra Instinct or whatever the fuck he did, blocks the stop, hits a crossroads, and that's how SmackDown goes off the air. He's in his head. Do you want to move over to Monday nights?
Yeah, I got something to talk about with Roman. And I
Okay.
want that to just I've been saying this for weeks that this J Roman shit. The one thing that was cool about Bloodline stuff is that we didn't really have nothing else happening, so
Hmm.
we could prognosticate and fan theory what was going on every week. Okay, this type of like slow meandering story with these four really, I, it's not working for me. I don't want to see another redo of this again. Like I don't want to see it again. I don't understand how Roman has now completely, almost utterly went back to how he used to act. And how like he's like Meelz. He is completely he just completely opened up 2021. I don't know what they're doing with him at this point. What the fuck is going on?
He pulls
Like,
up he pulls up on Monday Night Raw, and I made sure to tweet that. This is like the only way this segment could be even remotely entertaining for me is if Oscar shows up and interrupts him.
and it was ultimately not the Roman parts that were good.
So, Big Bronson Reed comes out because he's about to be from Australia. So he comes out and they set up a match. It's gonna be an Australian street fight for the show. How do you feel about Australian street fight?
I had to Google what was different from an American one
Hey
to an
man,
Australian one. I think it's more Vegemite in the Australian one.
time difference.
I don't know why we need all of this for.
The steel chair swirl in a different direction. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the stairs are smaller. Ask AEW about that one. Um, I don't understand unless Roman's losing. I don't understand the point of this match because he's already beat Bronson Reed
Yeah,
handily. By the way, handily. By the way,
yeah, yeah. I'll
What's
say,
the-
but
unless this is an L, I don't see how this makes any sense. Also, they're keeping him away from Braun, so I'm wondering if that's something that they want to do for Rumble. Is him versus Braun.
hey man, make Roman look strong. That's what it is.
What? How much goddamn stronger does he need to be? Shit.
Just cool and strong.
Like,
Anyway,
bro, I'm like, yeah, we get it. You're cool. I get it. I'm not a fan of this and dragging Jay into this. I always bring up the fact that a couple of months ago Jay said, when this Yeet stuff is over, I want to be a heel and try to be a heel. Nigga, the Yeet shit is never over. You're finished. You could never go back to being a heel. It's over. It
yeah,
will never
bro.
be done.
Come on, man. You ain't see the Yeetin' Ain't Easy shirt?
Exactly. You can't wear that and be an enemy of the state. Like, what are you saying to me right now? I think Jay looks like a bitch. I think Jay looks more like a bitch than he's ever looked.
Mm, interested.
Like, he looks more like a bitch than he looked last year. Looks more like a bitch than he looked in any time. And I'm like, why? What kind of a man? What kind of a man is following another man like this? Because it also goes against Jay's character. You already won the world title without him and without the things that he said. Why do you need it now? Because you took a couple L's? You was taking mad L's last year. It doesn't make
I don't,
sense.
yeah, I don't fucking understand this. I don't understand this at all. Um,
I get that Jimmy is hoping to be the glue, but I'm like, why? Again, the meandering, slow story. Why is it taking him so long to say, Roman, if he listens to you, he's going to end up like you, alone and a loser? Because that's what you are.
they don't want it to get too real for Roman because people gonna start believing that shit. I feel like we're like all. I feel like the crowd is like not even fully bought in. We just bought into like what it is, but like they also can't make Roman look uncool.
They're not even bought into Jay having an edge because he always loses.
Roman's like the guy after school who smokes cigarettes, and Jay Uso's like that guy looks cool. I
I
want to
want to
smoke
smoke
cigarettes.
cigarettes too, but except he's 38. The fuck is wrong with you? I think Jimmy, to me, has range far beyond what people expect from him. I think he's doing a really great job in this role. I thought the segment with, and we could get to that too after this, but I thought the segment that he stepped in on with Punk and LA and J was really good as well. I'm just hoping that they can speed this up. I need them to hurry this the fuck up because Raw shouldn't be taken. Raw has enough really good stuff going on that the bloodline shit doesn't need to fuck it up and shit all over it. You know what I mean? Like, take that shit to SmackDown. All right, I don't need this here.
Hmm, I agree. Um,
LA Knight was barring up all night.
barring up. You didn't see him get barred up by CM Punk?
He was right. He got barred up by CM Punk, but he was barring up right after on
He
Jay.
was talking way too much, and I think Punk was annoyed. Punk was like, really? Punk was like, nigga, what is this nigga? You ain't see Punk. He said, you may be a good husband, but that doesn't make you a good world champion. And everyone was like, huh?
And
It
Punk
was
was
like,
like, huh?
What made you go with that verse?
Punk was like, "Let me show this nigga how to do it."
Yeah, that's essentially what's happened, and then people started coming out, so it was like, "Oh, thank God," but he was trying to, like, finesse a promo against Punk, and Punk was not having it because Punk is like, "You were too hokey for this shit, bro, like,
Yeah,
relax."
Punk barred up, but I think even though he got kinda shut down, he was still barring up a little bit. He was barring up. I'm not gonna lie. Even backstage, the backstage shit, he was barring. He said, "Still nigga, don't get pinned, fuck nigga." Then walked out. Come on, man.
You know what? Shout out for you being an LA Night truther, because
I give credit where credit is due. I call a spade a spade. He was
Okay,
he was barring up. He was barring
alright.
up. I'm not gonna knock a nigga because he's because Punk swung. I'm gonna give credit to the nigga that sparked it. And then when Jay came out, he sparked them all. He said, "Nigga, get to the back of the line, man. Oh, whole ass boy, you're
So,
not even in a good tag team." I said, "God damn."
first of all, did you hear the part where Roman had top of the show, top of the hour talk?
He
Where he
said,
was
"Who's at
like,
the top of the hour?" He said, "Hmm." I said, "Huh?" I'm tired of this nigga, man.
"Top of the hour talk is my favorite talk." Who's at the top? Mind you, Punk comes out like 9:12. Fucking the ladies were still going on. I was like, "This show must be going long because Punk wasn't even at the top of the hour." You know what I'm saying? Uh, Anyway, yeah, so Jey Uso comes out. He tries to get in Punk's face. Punk's not having it. Jimmy comes out, say, "Hey man, yo, relax. You just on one." Jay tries to thing. Jay tries to go after Punk. Whips tries to do a super. You see the super kick attack?
Yeah, he's like, whoa, buddy.
Imagine stopping your mans from doing a super kick.
Yeah, in the
Um,
club, in the club.
that's exactly how it would look. So Punk, when I say clocks him.
Yeah, I heard this. I heard the plastic on his sunglasses.
So Jimmy got to step in and he super kicks Punk, and then you know tag team match. I don't know in what world they set up a tag team match an hour and a half into the show
They was
for
just giving
tonight.
niggas matches, boy.
No, they
I was
were. They were.
they wasn't letting up. They had a 6-man, they had everything on
They
this
had
show.
everything. They had trios,
It
international
felt fresh. It
title.
felt fresh. It felt fresh. It felt
Come on,
good.
who else, man? This ain't no collision over here.
Yeah.
Um, let's talk about the first women's match:
Oh my god.
Becky Lynch and Maxine Dupree. To
Stop
which,
playing with her.
do
Stop
you
playing.
remember what I said on TikTok yesterday?
Oh, if she did any of this stuff, I'll eat my shoe. I'll eat my hat.
And boy, did she do everything that she did in that.
So how'd your hat taste?
Oh my god, she did everything in that clip. I tell you what. I tell you what. No, this was a multiple segment match. This was Maxine's. If Maxine, this is like, what's a performance that you remember that's just like do or die? This is like you in the bottom three American Idol about to be voted out. You got one song left, and you just
Mm.
got to sing your heart out. This is what Maxine.
Amaya midway through Love Island, during
Oh yeah,
Casa.
she just got to make out with Zach and
Bruh,
and Austin and Brian.
she moved very different. She moved so different. The producers wasn't ready for Alandria to get voted off. Amaya was moving so different. Amaya that Alandria had to get voted off before it was time. That's how different she was moving. And then
Oh
she ended
my
up winning
god.
the whole show.
So Maxine is having an Amaya.
Hmm.
What's Maxine's Taylor Swift album? It's gotta be maybe
1987.
1989,
Yeah,
1989,
yeah.
1958. You tried civil rights Taylor Swift.
It was
Um,
very
no, they have a banger of a match. I mean, there's German suplexes, there's everything. There's drop kicks, everything. I didn't like the end of it. I feel like I'm the only one I'm in the minority of not liking the end of
I liked it because it was funny.
it. I It was funny, but also it was like, why would she be distracted by nothing? Like, at least, like, have someone play AJ Lee's music or have someone in the crowd with a shirt on that they're jabbing back and forth or something, but don't just have her stand on the table doing stand up and forget that the referee is counting behind her.
Yeah.
So, Maxine Dupree wins. Good win. It was a good match. It was,
I feel for her next week if she's in Australia. Run. Oh wait,
yeah.
no, she's not because Becky's not going to be back on the show until 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, yeah. Becky already wrote herself off. That's what
Yeah,
big people do.
she said,
That's
"I'm
what
out."
she was like, "I'm not coming back until."
I'm guessing her return will align with AJ Lee returning. So that's my prediction.
I'm guessing so. Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez, another banger.
Another banger. Roxanne get another win. I see big things in her career next year. I think that usually whenever you have the most matches in any given year in your division, they usually give you a big push the next year.
They
And
waiting
I'm
for Liv to come back.
yeah, and
Gotta
I'm
be waiting
saying
for
that.
Liv.
Mhm.
My favorite part is after the match where Bailey just grabs Lyra and said, "Let's go beat them the fuck up."
Grabs her by her scrum, and said, "Yeah,
And Lyra's like, "Wait, hold on, wait, what are you doing?" And sure enough, they do it later in the night. Um, do. Let's see what else happens. We
we
talked
could
about
rush through
that.
this. We could
Yeah,
rush
yeah,
through
yeah,
this."
yeah. Io Sky versus Kyrie Sane was pretty good. The six-man tag, Penta Dragon Lee, AJ Styles, Judgment Day.
So it's looking like what I was thinking with Penta, where he will have to get his win back against Rusev, and then he'll
Well, no, he gets
hoping.
the title match next week.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, Penta versus Dom next week.
Oh, it's gonna get interrupted, big time.
Yeah, probably by
Yeah,
Rusev. Yeah,
Rusev. Yeah, it's
do a
getting
triple
interrupted.
threat, triple threat it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Just weird triple threat for no reason. AJ Styles pulls up on the commentary desk. He's like, "I gotta remind y'all that I got a match against John Cena, and it's
we
gonna
don't need a
kick
story.
ass."
We don't need a story. It's gonna. I thought he was gonna say it's phenomenal. He said it's gonna kick ass. I said, all right.
All right, it's children. You know what I'm saying? What's that meme? Uh,
Fellow children. What if he
yeah.
said it's gonna have Riz?
Oh my god.
It's gonna
Anyway,
skibbity toilet.
what Taylor Swift album is AJ Styles right now?
I don't know. How many albums the hell got?
She got a couple. You got a couple. Let me
Those are
see.
the only ones I know.
What's the latest one that's like kind of old? Maybe Fearless. Let's go Fearless. Fearless
I
from
guess.
2008.
No, his Speak Now. His
Speak
joint is
Now.
Speak Now. Yeah,
I like
Speak Now.
Speak Now. Speak Now
Yeah.
is cool. Main event time though. The Usos versus LA Knight CM Punk. It's
Uh,
everything that a main event is on the
Jay gets
show.
Jay gets pinned and the show ends. So there you go.
There it is.
They say, you know what, niggas, y'all got enough story
You
tonight.
got enough. It's 10:45. Let's get out of here. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I was on. I was like, this show's running a little late, but fuck it. We got
I,
matches on matches.
I respect it because I think a lot of those people aren't gonna be. I don't think Punk's leaving to Australia at all.
No, it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah,
I
so he
mean,
had to
if
get.
he's not going to be on Raw next week, I mean, he could be on Raw next week. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah.
But probably not. Um, Crown Jewel
2025.
from Perth, Australia. It is here. It will be at 8 a.m. on Saturday.
Be watching my niece, so I'll
Well,
probably catch it
well,
behind.
it'll be 5 a.m. your time, so it's what it is.
Oh, she'll be up.
Oh,
So
okay,
I'll probably be behind y'all a bit.
okay, all right. The uh $10 Discord. Well, actually, no, it's $20 to join the Discord. I'm bugging. Not no $10. Discord gang will be up. Shout out to Discord gang who will be there. I'll try to be there myself. Because I don't mind an 8 a.m. event. What? Start
Yeah,
it,
you got
get the
your
hell
whole
out
deck.
the way.
Yeah, by the
Yeah.
time I'm up, it'll probably be way deep into the event.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. But 5 matches thus far. Where do we want to start?
I guess we start with this dumbass Australian street fight. I don't get the purpose of it.
Well, how long do you think it's gonna go? 40
Long?
minutes? 50?
Yeah. Long as fuck is Roman Reigns match. The
50
hell?
minutes? 60? Is there gonna be a
Listen,
cut scene in the middle?
there is some aspect of me that thinks that Bronson could pull this out. I think
But the aspect with like logic and ideas of numbers and
I mean
numerical shit.
I think Usos definitely get involved. I think Braun Breaker definitely gets involved. I think ultimately it comes down to Jay. If this were to happen, Jay not being good as Roman or Roman at all will fuck this up for Roman and will cause him to lose. That's the only way I see this happening.
Was Street
Or
Fighter filmed in Australia?
was it filmed in Australia? Yes,
Huh. Interesting. All right.
but he's done. But he's done. He's done filming.
Okay.
Unless there's like
Okay.
reshoots, but he's done filming. I think the movie's like done shooting. Essentially, because
When
everyone,
this shit come out? Oh, October 16th, 2026.
yeah, everyone's back already. So I think it's well, unless they're doing pickup shots in America, which could happen too.
Potentially. All right, let's see.
Yeah,
Next year, next year around this time, we talk about Street Fighter.
I think
Um,
Roman's winning unless further until proven otherwise. Roman's winning this match. I mean, I guess it's cool for the Australia crowd to be
does he
honest.
get stretched out? No.
No, honestly, if you're working off of the idea that Roman could lose, maybe one of the Uso brothers gets hurt, and
That's
it's the
true.
one, and it's the one that's been telling them to stop acting like this.
Likely. I
Because
can
it's
see that.
gotta the vision has to play it like a lot of what I think will happen at Survivor Series in a month is going to bridge off of this show, and I am of the mind that the Vision, Roman, Jay, Cody, and everyone involved in this will be crossing paths very soon.
Interesting. Okay. I
I
see
think
it.
they all will. I think they all will.
Oh, you know what we didn't talk? All right, we'll talk about it later. What's the next match? Oh, yeah,
Uh,
Roman's winning for me. Yeah.
Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors. Their tag team match. This has the potential to. There's a lot of huge pops that could happen on this.
Hmm.
I think this is going to be one of them in this match. I think it's the two best, biggest women. In fact, this show has all four of the biggest women in the company right now on it,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the pops are going to be freaking massive.
Who you think is winning?
I think you got to have Rhea and Io win this. You got to send the crowd home happy because I think that we're gonna be. I think we're gonna have a very contentious main event result, and I think you want to have as many people happy as you want before that happens. So I think
I could see it.
the baby faces win.
I see it too.
This isn't going to be over by any means. I think that you got a Rhea match with
Is it,
Asuka that's there.
you think we wargame in it?
Oh yeah, I do actually. I actually do.
Hmm,
Mhm.
interesting. So we have that. Uh, I also think Rhea Ripley and Io Sky will win. So
Yeah.
that's where
You
I'm at.
have John Cena versus AJ Styles, and the one that I think will be 35 to 40 minutes. There's two matches I think will go the distance. I think it's going to be a long show. Let me just put that
Yes,
out there. I think this is going to be a long show,
but
and I think
limited commercial viewing, guys. Don't
yeah.
go. Don't trip. It's just
Uh,
ESPN.
uh, I think this has the potential to go about 30-35, and that's John Cena and AJ Styles.
John Cena wins, of course, right?
I
They've
don't think
been they've been flowing his pay per view like he 100 wins on PLE, and he only got one more PLE after this. So he's either winning this time or he's winning the next time. But he got to get to 100.
I don't think he wins this one.
Oh,
I don't think he wins this one. But there's been rumors and scuttlebutt that there will be a tournament held
come on now.
for John Cena's final opponent. And the
Mm,
reason that I think he won't win this is because maybe AJ will be part of that tournament.
interesting.
Get
Okay,
that
I
one.
would like to say I booked this tournament prior, so I
Okay.
like to give myself a pat on the back.
Who's in it? Who's in it? Is
Shit.
the moment I see Gunther, I'm already gonna say it's Gunther.
So I mean, Gunther is rumored to win this.
Yeah.
So no matter who is in there, so it's Gunther. I'm assuming the Miz will be in it. You know what I'm saying? Little
Oh, his
Miz.
old opponents.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I think Roman
Ghost
could
from
be
the
part of the tournament too.
Roman don't do tournaments, baby. When's the last time Roman did a
A a
tournament?
Roman match on TV during one of the most active NFL schedules ever in life, I think would make sense.
Roman says, "Who am I losing? Who losing to me?" You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe
Roman need to start taking some L's, and if he takes the L in Crown Jewel, I think he definitely take an L in the tournament if it happens.
I can see it.
Yeah. Um, I think AJ Styles wins this.
I'm
He
gonna
needs
go John
more.
Cena.
He's gonna be around longer. He's gonna be around till like next June, right? So I think AJ wins. Then finally, we have the Crown Jewel Championship champion versus champion matches. Stephanie Vaquera versus Tiffany Stratton. I think I have expressed my thoughts about this match, so I'll just express it again. Tiffany has, and this is and I don't, the fact that they haven't played this up is kind of beyond me because this is the match between two people who are practically undefeated in right now. I think Stephanie undefeated on main roster, and Tiffany undefeated. Wait, did is Stephanie undefeated? Did those EOS matches have win? Oh, no. They all had DQs or
Yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah. Let me see. Let me
had
shit.
nonsense.
I feel like she low key undefeated. Like who the last time we beat her? Probably JC Jane. Um,
Yeah, that is true. She hasn't been beaten in a long time, and
yeah.
they're both undefeated. And I think there's a battle of undefeateds, and I think Tiffany is primed for Julia. We've already seen that this is something that could be happening soon, Julia or Jade.
Hmm.
And I think that Stephanie right now is the one that they're trying to give that push. Tiffany, you've been great. You've been champion since January. I think Stephanie needs this win more than you. It's going to show so much faith in what they believe is their next generation, and I believe it too.
Yeah, I think Stephanie needs. I feel like Tiffany will win though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't. I don't think you have her win a title in 2 weeks and have her lose the next week. That makes no sense. And also as hot as Tiffany is, Stephanie got the hot hand right now. She's just
No,
hotter than
Stephanie is hotter, yeah, for sure.
yeah.
But Tiffany is also. I
About to
don't
lose
know.
the title soon.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. This is an interesting situation. It's a good situation, but it's interesting. Stephanie could definitely use it. I also think Tiffany just hasn't been being this year and has done fairly well for the cards that she's been given. Um, let's say Tiffany. Who knows?
You stay betting against Stephanie because you bet against her in the EO match too.
It's true. This is
you
true.
bet you bet against her in the EO match too,
It's
and I'm
not that
like,
I have anything against her. It's just the
I'm just saying,
her
don't like
quality.
they are giving her the push that you would give to a Cody, you would give to a Rhea. Like it's real. She's real, and I think that they should
You
probably
know
have
what?
her.
Yeah. Okay. Stephanie. Let me choose Stephanie. But if Tiffany wins, I'm gonna be fucking angry. But I'm choosing Stephanie.
Angry at what? I mean, again,
Not angry, not angry thing. Angry that I switched my pick.
just sensically, she does not need the win more than Stephanie does right now.
Of
Stephanie
course.
is a reestablished character on this show, and it would make more sense if that were the case. If Stephanie won, Tiffany's got her built-in feud when she leaves. Jade's gonna go after her again. I think it's honestly time for Tiffany to drop that title. I think she's far out you know lasted her welcome here with that title. She needs to start facing somebody else, and that should be Julia. I think that'd be a great feud to going to Rumble season. Finally, singles match for the men's Crown Jewel Championship: Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. This has been getting a lot of push. I
They've been
actually
acting their asses off. I tell you what.
I've been liking this better than the push last year. I thought this has made more sense. There's a lot more at stake. This feels like a big time show and a big time match on that show, which is we just haven't felt that in a long time in this company where something just feels like a big deal. Um,
Seth is monologuing his ass off.
bro, the way he was looking when Stephanie was like, or not Stephanie, when Becky was walking back and forth, I'm like, man,
And then he
he's
hit with Paul. You got to talk about the segment with Heyman, where he was just like,
yeah.
Heyman, what if I don't win? And it's like, no, you're gonna win, buddy. Of course you're gonna win. He was like,
Tell me the
no,
truth. What if I don't win? Like,
if you
well,
don't win, these niggas gonna look at you like you pussy and all types of other shit. And da 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 da. So I think he's using it as fuel, using it as motivation, but it also definitely I feel like it's too early in this group's thing to really be that much doubt in like him as a leader. Because he shepherded them all the way. So I'm not really sure if I'm buying that, but it was good stuff.
I don't know if it's that. I think that it is the desperation aspect of it that
Mm.
they're trying to hint on right now is that like he's desperate and they're trying to make sure that that desperation comes through and saying, "Hey, I need to beat this guy, but how desperate? What are you willing to do? How low are you willing to go to do that?" And we know Seth, he's willing to go very low to get what
And I
he
don't
needs.
think he really hates Cody like he thinks that he does.
Exactly. And I think that this plays into like the Roman aspect of it, the Roman of it all. I think it plays into again, a lot of this is just like built-in trauma from all of these guys. And I think that if they can play their cards right, they got something really cool here. Now, is my prediction of Brock coming out Do I think he's gonna take that flight? I don't know. As days go on, I'm more like I don't know, but I think they got something here with that.
I agree.
If that's what they decide to do, I think Seth's winning this match. By the way,
I'm gonna go Cody.
wow, if Cody wins this match,
Cause why now? Why ruin a good thing?
what's a good thing? 4-0?
But also like, what does Seth gain from being crown jewel? Like the accomplishment feels very Cody thing, like as being crown jewel champion type vibe. You know what I'm saying? And he can be the
To
first person who won it twice.
be clear, I don't think the crown jewel thing means anything at all.
No,
But
but they do the whole ceremony. They come out with the giant XL belt, double XL belt.
yeah,
They
and you
give
have the
him
vision.
rings.
You have the vision standing tall, and I think that's what they kind of want to do here.
But I don't know if they doing it like they did last year. Remember last year where they brought Liv out at the same time. They carried them both to wherever the hell it is, and
What do you what are you getting to here?
I'm getting that the final thing on the show, I think, will be Cody and Tiffany getting their arms raised by Triple H rather than Seth doing all these things.
Well,
Because
the
Seth
thing
can
is,
still be world champion and lose.
is that like it doesn't matter if they're both heels or they're or one like regardless of the fact it would be like that part of it doesn't matter because it was Cody and Liv standing out there last year doing that.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they're both heels. I'm just saying that's the final image of the show to me. Because it just doesn't seem like an accomplishment that a heel like Seth should win.
But there are literally like no other heels that will win on this show to advance whatever's happening, and we still have Survivor Series in a month. So like something kind of has to happen there in order for this to make sense, you know?
And I also feel like they're showing cracks with the Heyman thing that could be. I don't know.
Are they
I don't know.
showing cracks? Or are they making you believe that there's more issues than they're letting on with the Heyman stuff? Because I feel like they're just making you believe that there's more issues than they really might be. I think the main issues will happen, but I don't think that they're going to happen this early. And I think
Mhm.
it's a bait and switch. Essentially, is what's happening right now.
All right. I'm still choosing Cody, but
That's fine. That's fine.
I see the Seth argument as well.
They could also do it differently than how they did last year. I mean, they don't got to do it the same way. You
No,
know,
I know, but I'm just picturing it. But okay.
whatever happens, it leads me to believe that somebody from this card will more than likely be on the Cena tournament. I think
Hmm.
I'll go ahead and say AJ Roman, one of the Vision members. Uh, Cody definitely a shoe. Would believe we're going to get a lot of really crazy TV matches in the next couple weeks leading up to this tournament. Because they got to start building this actual story
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Cena's
yeah.
last match,
No.
and he's not going to be on TV until what
Y-
later this month?
No, yeah, later this month, November. It might be November.
Yeah, I can't remember, but yeah.
I think
So
it's
yeah,
November. So yeah, yeah, for sure.
that is Crown Jewel. That is everything from the past week in wrestling. Crazy amount of content here, but once again, we thank you guys for joining in with us on all of this on the A Show. We'll be back next week with whatever the fuck happens on Crown Jewel. You'll get to see if we were correct or not, or if we were fucking talking out of our asses. But until then, thank you guys for listening. For Meelz, I am Justin, and we will see you guys next week on the A Show. Peace.